So I understand we're gonna take our fans into the balance of evergreen and ripe.
Yeah. So
please lay it on me, man.
Like starting off with that Marvin Gaye, which is the epitome, the epitome, the quintessential, not a pastiche, but the genuine article of what evergreen is.
It sure is. So you summed it up beautifully.
Yeah. So in my opinion, you need to start with evergreen content as the base. Whether it's a YouTube channel, a blog, a podcast. So the thing about evergreen content is that it's layered, there's complexity, and that complexity correlates to multiple views and multiple listenings, because you're given so much dense information, people are going to come back.
Sure.
You know, you're given so much medicinal, you're given so much medicinal information gap filling that people are going to have to say, yo, I have to come back, I have to reiterate, because I want to get these principles down. I want to get these tenets down. So I believe that starting with evergreen content is the way. So if you look at the first episode that we ever published, once again, the legendary
Learn from your enemies.
That's evergreen content. It's the first episode that we had that went over, 1,000 views, shout out to that episode, and people keep coming back to it. No matter what we do, no matter what episodes that we put out, Learn from Your Enemies is steady.
We believe from day one, since we've been friends, that
good call, by the way, brother.
When we got a chance to put together, a podcast and be able to talk about the things that we believe in and what we love and want to share the love and the knowledge that we have, It came together beautifully. And that first episode really summed it up. And here we are, about approximately a little over 40 episodes later with all our regular episodes.
7 months right now.
About 7 months. Mind-boggling. Yeah. We were talking about, in terms of a year later or by the end of December 31st, 2019, well, maybe we'll have 700, 500, views and whatnot. But I think it's grown because we put our heart and soul into it. And everything we're talking about here in our evergreen content, in our ripe content, and this particular episode, sum up what we're all about. You can judge us. We might, maybe we're a little off the cuff. We laugh a little bit, drink too much.
Definitely.
We're not out of control. We're just normal people, and we're trying to tell you out there, the normal people.
Yes.
This all it takes is just to absorb this information. Please give me some more data on this, please.
Yeah. So definitely with the evergreen content, I like the fact that you're going to garner the prestige of having quality material. Evergreen content is content that usually you have to do a lot of deep research. There's a lot of deep work involved. It's going to be layered, like we said before, and it's really gonna give people a better structure for living. It's gonna give people a new direction to go. So if people are having a hard time, life is rough everywhere, not just in the USA, but everywhere across the globe. And we're all one tribe in my mind.
True.
You're gonna look for things to make your life better. Evergreen content is that content, and that's the content that you need to start with, because that's the basis. It solidifies everything, because it's the building blocks. So going on, so after you have that foundation of evergreen content, whether you're doing a blog, YouTube channel, whatever, have at least 5 episodes. Start off with 5 episodes of evergreen content, but then you want to go into ripe content. So if you go back to our first arc, Experience the World's Greatest Teacher, you will see that we had a lot of episodes, talking about Avengers Endgame, the whole Avengers phenomenon. We got a lot of new subscribers. We got a lot of views off that Avengers content because it was that hot take. It was what everybody was talking about at the moment. So you definitely need the balance. So after you build your foundation, and whatever timeline you're living in, whatever period that you're living in, once you have your evergreen content fully laid out, try to seek out what's going on, what's the hot topic, so you get those new eyeballs. Also, you're going to reach new demographics, which are going to be usually younger, and they're eager to spend more dollars. The younger demographic, that came up in the age of Amazon. If I see it on my phone, I want to get it, I can just click on it and I can get it, shipped to my house, in 24 hours. As a business owner, as you know, that's vital. You're getting that instant feedback and you're getting those instant sales. And that's from the Ripe content. So as much as we, try to prop up evergreen content, like we never want to disavow Ripe content. Because Ripe content, like I said, it's gonna bring in the younger demographic, and that younger demographic is gonna spend dollars like up front. Also, the younger demographic, they share content to a larger index of people. So, being a bit older, you probably don't do it as much. As we talked about in the previous episodes, you don't retweet a lot. You don't post a lot. But you do, but you don't a lot. The younger demographic, they do.
That's the only thing they do. Yeah. That's their social content. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No. And
but you got to mix some of the commercial stuff you're talking about along with the true evergreen stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you're going to be considered to be legit. At least to the people that your peers and other people.
Yeah.
The retweeter is not going to be necessarily where you want to be all the time. You need to consider all the other things that we're talking about.
No, absolutely. But once again, you get to hit a different demographic. Like the evergreen is going to get you your core audience. It's going to get you the people that are going to be loyal. The people that are going to advocate, they're going to fight for you, they're going to promote you without, they're buying in instantly. But the Ripe content, those kids, they get you new eyeballs. They're so important.
So you definitely have to have a good mix of both, is what you're saying.
Yes.
So it's about maybe 65-35, 60-40. What would you say?
I'm thinking
evergreen's got to be a little stronger, though.
I'm thinking Pareto's principle, 80-20. So 20%, of the Ripe content, but 80% that strong, that vibrant evergreen.
I like that. That's a good ratio. It's a good ratio.
The
strongness will definitely will stand out longer. It'll last longer. It'll be fresher longer. The other stuff will come and go within 24 hours.
Yeah.
But you need a little of that in there because we've done it also, as you referenced, with the Avengers.
No, we've done it a lot. Even like if you think about, we talked about the Joker, like in the last recent episode. Joker's not going to be relevant for that long. Movie's going to come out. It's going to hit $1 billion. We already talked about that. And then there's going to be another DC movie.
Well, I'm still optimistic, personally, that if things do well, they can have a little chat with our boy who played the lead character, the Joker, and he says, I don't really want to... Maybe can we talk him into doing it? I'd love to see his version kind of connected to Batman. So it's still commercial. It's not. It's more ripe still.
They're
more ripe than Evergreen.
No, they're definitely going to do that.
But there's some depth in there also in that film. As you may notice if you get a chance to check out our Joker review.
Yeah, check out our Joker review. It's a non-spoiler.
We found a lot of nice things to talk about in there.
It's heavy. It's very good. Definitely.
So moving along.
So moving along. Now you want to get back to Evergreen. After you started your base of Evergreen and then you found something that was ripe. You want to get back to Evergreen. Now, Evergreen eliminates buyer remorse. And for anybody that doesn't,
I like that reference.
Yeah. So anybody that doesn't know, buyer remorse is the sense of regret after having made a purchase. In the context of the time, it was purchased, it was a commodity. So say you buy a car.
Yeah, I had that.
Yeah.
Car once.
So say you buy a car, you buy a big fancy car, big expensive car, and all that money that you had saved in the bank is now gone.
Yeah, right.
Some people feel like that buyer's remorse are like, oh shit, did I need to spend all this money?
Yes. Did I get my value out of this? Did I overpay? Exactly.
But the thing with the Evergreen content is that you get the value. And that's why I stress and we stress Evergreen content so much. You're like, okay, when you come back to our channel, you're like, oh my God, they gave me such good techniques. They gave me so many tools to better my life. I don't feel bad about listening. So that is definitely... Go ahead.
It definitely makes a lot of sense. I agree with you 100%. But, to quantify it in sort of like a layman's terminology, I would say that more or less what we're trying to get at, if you're not able to follow some of this, is think about the simplest way to look at things that are going to be useful to you as you move along as an adult, things that you can use in your everyday life that are going to make your life better and everybody else's life better. And that's exactly what Evergreen means. But if you still like to have the commercial stuff and the fun that the stuff you have to repost and everything, that's what Julian has termed the ripe information.
Yes, sir.
If you mix both together, Yes, sir. It's going to make you better.
It's going to make you better. And think about it. So if you have a channel and you produce ripe content,
sure,
people are going to come for the ripe content. But
are they going to come back?
They're going to stay for the evergreen content.
If you do both, yes, of course.
So if that's your base, and then you push out that evergreen you push out that ripe content, they're going to stay for the evergreen content. They're going to be like, oh shit, I came for this, but this is pretty cool. So definitely, this is why you need to always come back to evergreen content. Now, you need to stretch ripe content as much as you can, but you need to stop before you wear it your welcome.
I hear what you're saying. So more or less, your ripe content is paying your bills, you might say, right?
Yes.
But you need to know when to shy off a little, back off a little, because it's going to be the downfall if you ain't careful.
Because think about this. We did 4 episodes on the Avengers.
Isn't that amazing?
So, yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, we ended at the right time.
Yeah, so we dropped those at the right time, and I'm glad you said that, and they all played a pivotal part in growing our viewership. But we didn't go crazy with it, where people were like, okay, I'm pretty much done with it.
I think we had enough. I think we said a lot of stuff that was a little. I mean, everybody has great feelings. Maybe some people subconsciously are reflecting Evergreen in their Avengers episodes. We don't really know. I don't listen to everybody's episodes out there, but I think there's a lot of repetition. I think we had enough Evergreen and enough ripe within our structure. Because that's just the way we think anyway.
Absolutely.
And I think that's why our Avengers ones actually still got good hits and people enjoyed them.
Yes, sir. Because if you stretch content too much, it'll fatigue.
You're like an AM radio station.
Yeah, and if it the quality will go down and you'll lose passion.
Yeah, you'll lose interest yourself. That's your passion, right? Yeah, exactly. You got to be able to keep you got to keep fired up yourself. You're the only person that's going to influence your decisions. Who's going to motivate you?
Absolutely. Now, evergreen content and ripe content. It's about time and timing. Now, EGC can drive content over the years and keep a steady stream of traffic. So, you need that evergreen content because, like we've expressed in the previous episodes, always content is going to be driven by evergreen content. So you're going to get so much traffic from that evergreen content, and people are going to keep coming back because they're going to say, okay, I need to learn about learning from my enemies. I need to learn about how to be happy. I need to learn about, maturity. I need to learn about how to sleep. So that's going to drive that, But ripe content gives big spikes, and they may not all drive like a bunch of customers, but you will get new eyeballs, and you got to remember that. I keep coming back to that, but you got to remember that. If you go viral by something, like I said, I can't give you the blueprint on going viral. I can give you what may help you, but it's going to give you new eyeballs. It's going to open up your demographic, and you need that. It's crucial. Very, very crucial.
One of the things you got to keep in mind too, if you go a little ripe a little too frequently, sometimes you can overstep your welcome, you might say. You go a little too far with it, you don't know when to back off. Just remember, if that does transpire, don't worry, because if you go back to Evergreen, you can still solidify your core announcement or your core feelings.
Yes, sir.
And the audience will know that you're actually legit, and then you just kind of crossed over. You had some, you had a hot chocolate sundae, or a sundae with hot chocolate. I meant to say, and once in a while you go for the sweetness of things. We all like pop music, right? But every now and then we go back to Marvin Gaye, as we talked about at the beginning of this episode.
Yes, sir.
Which we are also going to do an extensive couple episodes on that record. We're going to break that down, and
Yes, sir. Don't give him too much.
No, that's all I'm going to say.
So tying this episode off, I want to give some bonuses. Okay.
Please do.
So, as far as books that you can read that's going to make you a better marketer, that's going to help your business. So, Never Lose a Customer Again by Joey Coleman. So, he basically talks about human-to-human business practices, how to connect on a human level. So definitely, I haven't finished that book. I'm reading it right now, but it's such a good book. I definitely advocate reading that book. The second book is The Automatic Customer by John Warwillow, and it's about subscription businesses. So YouTube obviously is a subscription-based, platform. But if you have a subscription business, this dude breaks down almost every single way that you can push that. The third book I like to bring up is Super Fans by Pat Flynn. And it's how to stand out and grow your online tribe. He gives so many tips. It's unbelievable. The fourth book, and shout out to my boy Dylan and his brother Tyler. Dylan put me onto this book, is .com Secrets, the underground playbook for growing your online business and company by Russell Brunson. You know,
I read a review on that book.
Yeah, it's very good. And it talks about purchasing and sales funnels marketing. The last and not the least is Contagious by Jonah Berger. And it tells you how certain ideas and products catch on. It's amazing. So if you found any information very good, if you like the content, like, comment, subscribe, and that was the way in.
Woo!